Sailors, I'm Abby.
And I'm Cameron, and you're watching TarTV.
How's second semester
Abby,
going?
duck!
Where? What is that?
Get it? Duck? Like duck and cover in case of an intruder?
Cameron, that's during an earthquake. You're exhausting. I need a snack.
Huh. I wonder if the Australians would like those.
I don't know. We could always make them try it.
I'm Officer Dudash with the Newport Beach Police Department. I'm assigned as the School Resource Officer for Newport Harbor High School and Ensign Middle School. It depends on what information you have available to you. If what you mean by school intruder is someone who's an unwanted subject or trespasser on campus, then you should just immediately notify a staff member or other responsible adult and then follow that adult's instructions. If what you mean is someone who is a threat to your immediate safety, then you need to do what is reasonable to protect yourself, and that can include running, getting away, hiding or securing your location, or defending yourself if it comes to that. Additionally, you should be contacting 911 as soon as possible and giving them as much information as you can. That information includes a description of the subject, their clothing, their actions, their direction of travel, any other observations that you have, and being ready to answer any questions that the dispatchers have for you. You should evacuate whenever you're given the direction by a staff member, a law enforcement officer, or a firefighter. But you have to understand that during an incident involving an intruder, you may be asked to remain in place and to shelter in place for a very long time. And during that time, you're going to have to constantly evaluate whether you need to transition to some other type of strategy and evacuate or get away sooner. If what you mean is where should you run to if you are by yourself or with another group of students, it's any place where you can reasonably get to and where you can be safe, where you can hide yourself, secure your location, and when you are hiding in one of those places, you should have memorized already phone numbers for your family and friends so that you can get in contact with them once the situation is resolved. If you're not in a classroom, you should just find the nearest building and find a way in. It's totally reasonable to expect that at any point during the day there's going to be staff members or students that are outside, and during an incident or during an initiation of a lockdown, everyone is going to be looking out to protect everyone else and make sure that everyone gets to a place of safety.
They're spicy, but they're good.
I'm dying. Green tea with ginseng.
Arizona iced tea with lemon flavor.
We have Mucho Mango Arizona fruit juice cocktail.
It tastes a little bit like lemonade, just without like the soda-ness of it.
Oh, this is really good. Can I twist?
Sure. I'm just gonna eat it like a normal person.
I don't really... I'll pass. It's not... Yeah. They're not actually that bad.
It tastes like a Cinnabon, just with Oreos.
It tastes better than our one. Ours is like cardboard.
It's really chewy, but it's not bad. Ours tastes worse than that.
I don't know why you would eat this as a snack.
Hey, did you know there's a lot of cool and interesting clubs here at Harbor?
Oh, really? How many?
I don't know for sure, but I know the Feminist Club is one of them. Let's take a look.
Okay, so the main purpose of Feminist Club is to spread the real definition of feminism on campus. But you guys may be thinking, well, what does that mean? Well, we basically want people to know that feminism is not a battle of the sexes, it is a battle for equality. Being a feminist does not mean you hate or despise men. Being a feminist means that you could be male or female and you recognize the full humanity and equality of both of the sexes. Okay, so I want every woman on campus to feel powerful, beautiful, and confident. I want them to be able to respect themselves and others. And I also want them to be able to find their voice and stick to what they truly believe in. However, not only do I want to do this on campus, but I want to do this all across the globe. I want to secure equal pay in every single job industry. I want to expand access to skills necessary for women to compete as entrepreneurs, and I want them to be able to excel in the STEM industry. I want them to be able to run for office, and most importantly, I want there to be a safe education for every single woman without the fear of them being raped, kidnapped, or killed. If you're interested, come stop by. We meet B-Day Thursdays in Miss Seock's room in the English building.
Only juniors and seniors can go off campus at lunch because that's the only provision in California Education Code, and not to get into too much edubabble, but no student can go off campus at snack. There's no provisions in Ed Code for any student going off campus at snack, and only juniors and seniors, and it actually specifically states 11th and 12th graders in Education Code can go off campus at lunch. Well, there's actually two, it's not one. Why can't I wear a hat or a beanie? That rule existed, that's not the Bolton rule, that rule existed before I got here, and now it's being enforced, and thanks to the staff. And the second most annoying question, which is probably the most annoying question, is how do you know I'm drunk or stoned? Well, because you are. So I've been asked whether or not I'm related to Michael Bolton. He has probably the worst hair that you'll ever see in your life. If you Google him or go on YouTube and you look at images of his old haircut, it was this long-haired mullet type style that was curly. And he used to throw a little gel in there. I mean, it was just awful, and it used to come down, way down to his waist. He had a beautiful voice, but it just didn't fit him. The mullet didn't fit him. And I actually had somewhat of a mullet in high school, but we won't talk about that. Sober sailors. I think every student here has three of the greatest gifts that any human being could ever ask for, and that's their education, that's their youth, and that's their future. And I feel like if you're getting drunk or stoned or high, that you're compromising all three of those beautiful things that you have in your life. And it's actually a slogan that dates back to the 1500s, age of exploration. Sea captains used to give their sailors a little grog, a little booze to keep them sane because they used to have to go from point A to point B, and it took weeks, sometimes months. And so they would give them a little rum or a little vodka to keep them going. But it's my slogan. It's my slogan to keep you sober, because you should be sober at this stage in your life, and you should be focused on your future, and you should be learning as much as you can from the teachers here.
Girls water polo is ending a really good season up to this point, and in the last couple of weeks they beat Fountain Valley 23-2 and Marina 19-0. Boys soccer played their last game of regular season on Wednesday with a win against Marina in Marina. Earlier this month, goalie Emilio Carbajal was named the Daily Pilot Male Athlete of the Week. Wrestling has their CIF tournament next weekend and their girls tournament this weekend. In the league championship, they did very well in junior heavyweight. Austin Osumbi finished second overall. Girls basketball finished their year 3-7 in league and 9-15 overall. They did get 2 wins this year against Marina and beat Fountain Valley earlier this season.
So this year, even though we have a lot of seniors, we have a really young core, and we've seen a lot of our young girls really develop and just absolutely show what they can do, and they've been striving forward massively this year for us.
So this year we have a lot of strong players, so especially shooters and posts, so we try to get the ball into them and just play strong defense and good offense.
Boys basketball is 7-2 in league this year and are fighting for first place with Los Alamitos and Edison. On Tuesday, they went to Marina and won 58-44 and played their last regular season game on Thursday. Girls soccer beat Fountain Valley for their first win in league last week. They have had a rough year, but they closed it out with some good play.
Thanks for watching.
Don't forget, Sailors, Ski Week is from February 19th to the 23rd.
And OCC fall registration is on February 13th.
See you next time, and remember, go Sailors!